everybody. I go by the name is Yasser, Mr. Balls in the building. It is after 17, and yes, it is. What are we talking about today? Real quick, I have two gentlemen in the building today, but you know what we say? I want to introduce them today. They will do it themselves. My brother, what is your name, my guy?
I go by the names of Chilu Josh.
I feel embarrassed, bro. Like I was so hyped, like shine.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro,
That's your energy. That's your energy. But yeah, I go by Chilu Josh. I don't want to go into all the names, but I'm usually called Chilu, and that's what I usually pick out as my name.
Yeah, that's really good, bro. How about my brother that side?
Yeah, I'm Joshua Mansa. That's your local ordinary guy.
Local ordinary guy. We are all ordinary. And you know the good part about this episode, I like it very much because it goes back like 4 years. So the conversation we are having begins from 4 years ago, or maybe even 5 years. Many people out there have walked the journey you have actually walked. And by talking about that, I'm talking about people who have gone to uni and graduated. It's been like 4 years ago when you graduated, and it's been like 5 years ago when you graduated. And I feel like any person who goes to school, we have expectations.
Oh yeah.
Like just to break maybe the conversation before we even begin what we're about to talk about. Do you have that decision you made that you feel like after you graduated changed everything about you?
I would say it was mostly transition.
Okay.
Not really abrupt to say I made this decision and it changed everything. It was a series of certain decisions, certain lessons, and just a different pathway from just one abrupt decision. So yeah, it's transition.
Okay. How about you, my brother? What do you think? Like that one thing that you made, like that decision you made, and you feel like it defined everything I am today. Like it changed everything.
Well, I would also put it in like the way he said it, like it was a transitional kind of phase.
Okay.
And for me, as you said, there was like instant expectation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, when I graduate.
What did you expect after?
To buy what?
Too much.
To do this, that. It was crazy.
But she look like at least me and she look like we go at least way back, because it was always like we have a mutual friend. He's called D-Boy. Like every time D-Boy there's a Brian somewhere in Ndola, you find Chilu is the guy behind the brand. And you being that guy who had a circle of people who loved to party, and after graduation, did you feel like you had pressure to continue being that guy, or
The party continued because the hype after grad is like, you're just in that world. They say like no one can tell me stuff. I was held back by books, study time, lectures, and all that. So like I'm sure you remember how it was like, say primary back then, to say like no, first pass your exams, then I'll allow you to do this.
Yeah, you pass your exams,
I'll allow you to do that. So even with graduation, it's like, okay, now I'm an adult. I feel I'm an adult, so let me just go on with celebrating. And there's that whole excitement after you get your results. You've cleared, and it's just you doing your own thing, and you're like, let me enjoy myself. I think I suffered for a good number of years.
There's that like element of freedom in you.
Exactly. You feel like you're old.
What was there like the gap? Because 4 years ago, right? What was the gap that you felt like, this is just party, I don't care about finding a job, you just wanted to just dive into it?
Because what it is, from the institution I was at, once you finish your exams, you graduate like a year later. So that whole period before graduation was just, of course, it was that nervous wait for your results, where you're like, okay, I don't know how it'll come up, but I can say my final year was like my best year academically, so I knew I had it. I knew I had nailed it, so just full out, enjoying myself.
And according to my research team, this guy is not a studying guy.
Okay, really?
This guy.
Okay, no, it's making sense. It's making sense.
How did you even, before you even go to what happened after graduation, how did you even pass? Because you don't study.
No, let me tell you something. Let me speak on his behalf. Even like in class back in the days, because we went to the same secondary school.
Yeah.
I mean, he was he was a sharp guy in class, you know. Like even the teachers would be like, be like Chilu. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chilu, just be like him.
Not studying, but actually human.
Yeah, he was at that sharpness.
Yeah, but that was a problem in itself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, high school and uni are two different things.
Yeah.
You go with that same high school mentality where you could at least ace a test while studying the night before
Yeah.
and take it with you. And I feel sometimes this is where maybe people struggle in a certain sense.
Yeah.
To say the sharp people back then in school maybe struggle later on in their future lives.
That's very true.
Get that comfortability to say, I have this in the bag, I'm intelligent, I just need a bit of time to do this and that, and I'll make it. But it's way different. Uni was a whole different experience. I tried that during my first year to say like, exam is tomorrow, I'll study tonight and I'll ace it. Hey.
It writes you.
Yeah, I didn't type.
But how did you find the experience yourself when it comes to? I'm trying to tell you that mindset when you're in school, so that maybe if we start talking about the expectations you had after, you can actually relate to the conversation. Like you back in school, how did you even look at after the exams? How life is going to? Are you more like, Bali will find me a job, or it was more like, I'm going to get that job?
Okay, for me, let me just elaborate how it went down. Like immediately after school, the last paper, I started thinking of things to do, like entrepreneurship and other stuff like that. Yeah, I started thinking of things to do. The first familiar thing to do was like to write assignments and help with.
Writing assignments with other people.
Yes. There's money in that. There's money in that. I'm telling you. Yeah, so like I started offering such services and I'll jump into certain things. Remember, there's a time I even sold rice. Yeah, there's a time I even.
You don't look like a guy who sold rice before.
Trust me.
Hustle is the hustle, you know.
And now, since you're talking about entrepreneurship now, how easy was it for you to get that job, despite you having a degree?
It was not easy. Like, I think in the beginning I said it's transitional.
Yeah.
I've had like, I don't know how many jobs. It wasn't just straight out from uni, you have this one job per se. Even right now, I am working quite right, but you know, I am not comfortable.
99 kind of person.
Yeah, like I'm not comfortable with where I am right now.
Yeah.
So I'd like to at least further upgrade and move on to something maybe bigger, maybe better, or maybe just, in fact, let me just say maybe do something for myself.
Sure.
So it was quite rough because the period that I went without actually having like a job was possibly like a year and a half with heavy expectation, all that hope pumped in. You know, sometimes you have certain branches of family who are well connected and they're like, no, just finish your school, send me your papers, you know, even the drunk uncles that you may meet at the bar, send me your CV.
Yeah, just send your CV, don't worry.
Yeah, like it should be a breeze.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be difficult. Like, you know, even have lecturers, you have your HODs, or like, you guys will be, the demand for you guys will be hard. Once you nail this program,
I'll
like,
never forget what one of our lecturers was saying in like my final year.
Yeah.
No, when you guys go out there, you'll be managing even people who are already there. But what? Okay, this is a dream, huh?
Then you end up finding that
time came.
Something else.
You're done with school and people are saying you need experience.
Exactly.
But you're just done with school. And talking about that, maybe there's someone out there who's, because this week people are graduating. I've been seeing people, people want to Viva. Like, and I'm pretty sure you guys just did your Viva. I was there at your graduation. Like, I was there when you graduated. People are doing the Viva, Viva. But
the whole hype is there. You know?
Yeah, but no one actually knew the journey of getting a job.
I know.
What would you say are the tips of surviving after graduation? Just maybe 2 from you and 2 from him. So maybe someone out there can actually be acquainted to. It's not just about having a paper, but just in case that job doesn't come, it hasn't come yet. What can you do?
I think the first tip I can give is usually mostly advice comes in the form of when you graduate.
Yeah.
I think it's best to implement certain things before you actually graduate.
Yeah.
Get yourself networking, knowing what's in and around whatever program you're doing.
Yeah.
Get yourself connected. Quite right, the industry attachments that most institutions require you to go through.
Yeah.
Utilize those opportunities to network. One thing that I can say actually for any individual is that networking helps. If someone can remember you from the time maybe you spent at a certain institution doing your attachments and say, this person did their job diligently, and they articulated themselves well, they presented themselves well, they did everything that was asked of them, you will definitely be in consideration for something. And even just building up something like during your university, say maybe entrepreneurship, I feel it starts in your uni days. I have so many colleagues who started from uni days. Yeah. Maybe what they studied was far away from what they're doing right now.
True.
But what's sustaining them is the same business or whatever they used to do during uni.
Yeah.
Quite right. A degree or whatever document you have holds weight and value. But if you have experience, you have that heart, that passion for whatever you're doing in terms of business, it really helps you out. And then secondly, what I can say in terms of advice for someone out there is to be open. Quite right, you're pumped with all that knowledge, say no in your field, but be open to certain other opportunities because competition is high. Most of the times when you're looking at certain jobs, degree level, you're actually competing with people who even have masters and further qualifications. So be open to start from just a simple entry job and build your way upwards, patiently and slowly.
That's actually deep.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's deep. How about you, my brother? What would you say those two things that you feel like would help someone out there to survive even if you don't get a job they want to get?
Yeah, the thing that was on my mind was they say luck is created. So like even before you finish your academics and all that, you start pushing there and then maybe you might have these attachments in a sense, just keep applying 1,000 applications or however many you can. Yeah, and second thing I would say is try to get skills that can help you because this reliability of a job, it's not really the best thing you can have.
They can fire you anytime. As long as you apply for it, you can go anytime.
I mean, even the people who have jobs are looking for other sources of income.
True. So you guys you have jobs.
Yeah.
And you're looking for...
yeah, exactly. It's coming from experience and all that, yeah.
And this is the point that I like the most. Just in case you're wondering, the beautiful place we're at right now, this is Mocha Mocha.
Yeah,
the name is too nice, I have to say it twice. I know you know our movie, right? Alright. And our official sponsors is Mocha Mocha. Just in case you're wondering why we're looking this good, this is Mocha Mocha, guys. It's in the tower. Please, I beg of you, you have to be here. With that said, after 17 is known for wisdom that will live after you're gone, long gone after you're gone. Like you have to impact someone who would like to walk in your shoes. Maybe someone is in grade 12 out there. Maybe someone has already graduated. Maybe someone is planning to quit their job but they graduated. You get like that. I want you within you, like what can you call you after 17? And I would like to ask Chilu a very personal question, but I won't go in details with it. I would like to ask that how do you manage to keep up a straight face and be as strong as you are looking at things you've actually gone through? And how would you encourage someone out there saying, you know what, despite going through this is my after 17, these are the weights I actually carry?
Okay. Stemming from that, definitely there's a lot that goes on, like in the background, personally, and to keep a straight face to everyone. Like it's not easy, but it's something you learn to take up. Yeah. I would say I pick up a lot from my mother in terms of how she handled things. I was raised by a widower. We lost dad very, very early on in my life, and she picked up the mantle of both mom and dad. And back then you wouldn't even see the struggle, you wouldn't notice like to say this is how things are actually going, but it's something that when you grow up, you actually experience that, come to see, this is how life goes. One thing that she always used to insist on is say, all you have to do is just focus on your school, make sure you're a good person, morally brought up. Like, we were brought up in a house of good morals, so to say, and principles. So one thing that she always echoed out was, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Of course, as a man, I would worry.
Yeah, true.
Because you know the burden that's upon your mother, but you wouldn't understand it to that depth. But one thing that I even listen to or hear most of the time is just going through life, even just throughout the Bible, is the same thing that says, do not worry. Like, you may be going through certain things, but at the end of that, there's something that, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's certain droughts you go through, certain seasons that will be bad. But in the moment of worrying and whatever, once you tell yourself, say like, okay, it will be done. I'll go through it, I'll overcome it, or I'll push through. And, problems will always exist. That's one understanding you need to have, to say problems will be there. And even if you tackle one problem, I feel the problem will transition into another problem. So you won't eliminate all of those out from your life. So keep a straight face. Do not worry. Like, it sounds easy.
It's not easy. It is not.
It really sounds easy, but do not worry. Something will come up. And to be honest, God's providence is always there. We've been through seasons where things just seem like it won't work out, and randomly, through maybe even the acts of someone, something just pops up. And this is how life has been.
True. How about you, my brother? Like, what has been your lowest moment? And you looking back, you would like to encourage someone out there saying, you know what, despite me going through this, but this is how it should be.
Yeah, there's been many tough times. But I'll just say, you just have to be resilient. And once you're resilient, all it takes is one opportunity. Just one moment, and your life can change. That's it.
Perfect. And this is a time where I ask elders in the background. Elders in the background, do you have any questions for our people on the panel today? The senior elder is saying, na wala. Akangono. Any questions? No? That's it? It looks like people are too emotional background here. All right. This is the point where we call it after 17. What should be a word you say to someone out there that they can take away from this conversation?
I think this will come from mostly a personal point of view. Where I would say, build yourself networks. Build yourself networks in terms of friends, in terms of connections. Wealth comes in different forms. That's one lesson I learned. There's monetary wealth, and there's also social wealth. That social wealth can get you to that monetary wealth in an instant, and you may never know. The friends that you have around there, you don't know what's going on in and around their lives, but as long as you have something strong going on, they may help you through certain seasons. They may be more family to you than family can actually be.
Sure.
And as you also mentioned, resilience. It starts from a personal point of view. To say you have to have that within you for it to emanate within the people around you.
Sure.
So you have to have resilience. You have to have confidence in yourself. You need to be principled. And you need to have a heavy and strong drive to make it through. Making it through isn't just one step and you make it. It's a continuous series of certain steps and certain decisions. So once you're grounded and rooted in something of core value, it will show through you, through the people around you, through your family, and just everything around you just radiates towards that navigation.
That's actually very deep. Bro, you have to consider being a motivational speaker.
Yeah. Very articulate.
How about you? What is your, what should be that takeaway from you?
Mine is short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Do your best, God will do the rest.
I like that.
Do your best and God will do the rest. I need this mocha. You have to do your best to come around here. Because God will do the rest by blessing you with beautiful coffee, beautiful meals. Thank you to Mocha, our official sponsor of each and every episode you'll be seeing on After 17. And I go by the name is also Team Support in the Building. We are out.
Sir.